We are just loading into qualifying for the only qualifying of the session. As you can see, for some reason they've got the lineup already. Not sure how that was chosen, but it is. So, as we wait for the qualifying to start up, Disfigure will be joining me soon enough. He is in the Discord and he is muted. But we will hear from him very shortly. Right, so we're currently at the start of qualifying. Let us get these menus open. I'm gonna plug in this controller. I probably should have done that for the start. Oh, here we go. Right, okay. So we'll go to the Alpine here of SBSE coming out of the pits right now. So we have the SBSE, Eddie and Vladder out on their outlap here in the Singapore circuit. We have the Ferrari coming out now, as well as the Mercedes. We've got the Red Bull here in towards another driver. Here we have Rico SK out on his outlap. With everyone on their outlap, we'll have a look around to see what's happening. There's a slow moving AlphaTauri there. I believe that's him just getting ready for his next race. His next lap, sorry. Correction. Oh, I apologize for that. Oh, we have the Alpine coming into the pits very early. Not sure what that was for. Oh, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you're just joining us now, we're on the one and only qualifying race, qualifying for the Singapore Grand Prix. We have no current times put in, but the AlphaTauri is boxing. I'm not really sure what's happening here, why everyone has decided to pit. But we will shortly be joined by Disfigure for another commentary perspective of the race. He's a lot more experienced in this kind of stuff than I am. So there's the AlphaTauri entering the pits. Here's a Mercedes, and the fastest, the only time put in, therefore the fastest, from Eddie in the 138.390 in the Alfa Romeo. There is a yellow flag in Sector 2, but that's cleared up now. Looks like the Aston Martin's on a run right now. Yellow flag not in the pits. That probably is just someone slowing down for the next run. The Aston Martin with their DRS activated. We have Rico and KZV setting times, with Got Spooked taking the fastest lap of 1:36.534. So the car, he's got provisional pole right now, with the Aston Martin slowing down for his next lap. The Ferrari enters the pits, with the Mercedes taking a lap right now. It looks like the Alpine that was starting in is now out of the pits on its out lap. It looks like Vladar's lap times were deleted because I believe he did set one of those. Although I cannot confirm that just yet. We follow the Mercedes down the straight with his DRS. Another Aston Martin here, following the Ferrari quite far behind. The Alpine. The Red Bull is in the pits, and people are still joining. I'm not sure if that is for spectating. I believe it is. AlphaTauri locks up into the hairpin there with his DRS opening. It looks like he just managed to save that, because that could have been a nasty accident for him and he would have been out of qualifying. The Ferrari entering the pits with the Alfa Romeo on a flying lap through that. That could have been very dangerous if he didn't brake there, as I've done that many times before into that chicane, but I'm sure these drivers are a lot better than me. The Alfa Romeo now coming into the kind of like small tunnel area, coming round through the chicane. As he enters the pits. The Mercedes here on his flying lap. This is, not sure who this is. It's not going to tell me, is it? Brilliant. So the current standings are Got Spooked in first position and provisional pole, with a 1:36.534, followed by Eddie, then ESRL and RZV. I believe that's a clan or some sort of team. I don't want to call it a clan. Rico next with SBSE, the final person who has set a time. The Mercedes gets really close to that chicane there, with his lap time potentially being affected there, but it looks like the stewards are being nice to him. Eddie in second place on his out lap outside of the pits. We've got the Alfa Romeo coming down on his flying lap with DRS activated. We're going to follow this Alfa Romeo for a minute, with Leo overtaking him.
Right, I'm back, everyone.
Hello,
Hi.
hello, Disfigure.
Ready for the streaming.
Yep.
So how is it going so far?
It's going well. I'm just checking if everyone can hear you. Can you just speak for a minute?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, everyone can hear you.
Right. So seeing got spooked first, and actually RCV and Mercedes being second, great pace improvement from the last races from him. Then's the Alfa Romeo, he's very wide into this corner. Okay.
Oh, yep, that's the Alfa Romeo into the wall.
Yep.
With the yellow flags being waved everywhere.
Oh man, that was pin. Seeing.
There's the
okay. Right, and I'm also in the session as well, watching the POV of Acrelis, who's in the Ferrari apparently. Only seeing 10 people in today's race. Pretty bad in terms of attendance, but hopefully we'll see some pretty good racing out here. Obviously Singapore, I'm expecting many mistakes here, so
yeah, it's pretty good.
We'll look into it.
It's a pretty good track here for people to miss out. I'm not really sure why people have decided on that.
Definitely. Quali is also incredibly important. You want to start on the front row because there's going to be a lot of chaos in turn 1. Definitely. Due to the nature of the corner being very inviting for you to quite push in the first laps. It definitely is going to result in a lot of contact in taps on the rear end, but Godspook looks like the favorite for pole position. There's a huge distance to second place. KZV is one of those to look afterwards. I'm sure he can improve by quite a lot, but just spoke to him earlier and he didn't get any practice at all for this weekend. So it's gonna take a few laps, a few minutes of quality for him to really start feeling the grip of the track. Push harder.
As the Ferrari entered the pits, and I believe that was one of the with the Mercedes coming out of the pits. We're following the Aston Martin on his flying lap. Quite wide there into that corner.
Quite wide there, yeah. He almost spun on the curb there.
Yep.
A bit of understeer here.
Yep, missed a bit.
And short straight into this very technical section in sector 2. Really hard to get right. For me it was actually nearly spun there. Probably the lap is ruined. Another pretty difficult corner here to get the exit right, and especially the apex phase of the corner is pretty difficult. Yeah, I think he abandoned that lap. I don't think he's pushing.
Yeah.
For now. It doesn't look.
As he comes through into sector 3, it's not looking like a very good lap to continue on. So we're going to the Alpine, as we saw someone just...
Also a tap to the wall.
Yeah, we saw someone there tap the wall as the AlphaTauri enters the pits. But we'll continue following SBSE in the Alpine on his outlap. And we'll see if anyone... Oh, yeah, we've got Vlader, who was on pole, but I believe his lap time was deleted in Sector 3 here. I'm not sure if this is a pushing lap. It may be. He's currently at 1:30, so I don't believe this is going to be a pushing... Oh, no, it might actually get him in a good position. No, it's not going to. It's going to get a time on the board with Vlader in P6.
It's at least a time on the board. I don't think he has time for another lap. To pit for the softs. So I don't know why are they going for the mediums, because again I really think this is a track where it's very important to get the start right and to get as much clean air early on in the race as possible.
Yes, we just saw I believe, I'm not sure who that was, out into the area to save yourself from, I can't remember what that's called because of course my mind's gone blank. Is anyone on a lap? Yes. We have Din Locklap
Acrylis in the runoff area. and can't turn the car around.
Oh yes,
A
here
bit
we
of
are.
F1 game physics, because in real life it was pretty much possible to turn the car.
Definitely. So
Yeah.
Acrylis is not going to be able to
I guess
get.
the steering of the game is not really that, it's not that realistic.
Yeah.
So credits with the ruined lap here. I don't really. Yeah, he's not gonna have time for
He's
another lap.
boxing,
He can't
so that
improve.
is Acrylis in P7
That
or
is it for him.
less. Yep, that's him. That's that for him. He was doing quite well actually. He was in P2 earlier. But we're following the Alpine here of SBSE on another lap. In Sector 2 currently.
Some very short shifts from him, definitely.
Definitely, yeah. Quite a lot of. Didn't want to risk it there on the barriers.
Yeah.
Some other drivers may have got a little closer.
Yeah, he uses so little of his gears. Right now
Yeah.
it's a bit better, but
As he comes through to the very technical Sector 3, he comes through the straight, or the straightest straight you're going to get in Singapore. Luckily avoids the runoff area, unlike some of the other drivers have been doing in this qualifying.
yeah, full downshift here, and
oh, and he spun! His front wing's gone.
Spun.
That is gonna be.
And that is the end for him as well.
That's him. That's it for him.
Romeo on the lap as well. Aston Martin in the pits. Both Mercedes in the pits. KZV on the out lap. I don't think he's setting a new time.
The Ferrari is. I think the Ferrari's had to retire as he's off to the side.
Yeah, he had no time to complete a lap, so he retired for this.
Yep. So
we're on board with Godspooked, obviously the championship leader, the guy who absolutely dominated this championship so far, and it looks like he's gonna comfortably get another pole position by nearly a second.
Definitely. So our current standings, that could change, but it's very unlikely. Got Spooked is your currently provisional pole position with a 136.534, with ESRL following, completing the front row grid, with Vladar completing the podium area for the start of the Singapore Grand Prix. It looks like that there was a Red Bull off there retired as well, as almost all the drivers have taken the checkered flag. And it looks like from race control, Eddie, a 5 grid space penalty. I'm not sure what that was for, but it looks like he is not going to be starting anywhere near the top for the Singapore Grand Prix. Is there anything you'd like to add, Disfigure?
Pretty frustrating.
Yeah.
Pretty frustrating for him. Obviously, it's dangerous. They're pretty much gonna make a sandwich out of you if you start in the back. But it happens. It can always happen. And looking at the pole position times from the real life F1 Singapore Grand Prix 2019 qualifying, Leclerc did 136.2 in got pole position, so 3/10 on this F1 2021 cars. We obviously never got to see the actual 2021 cars on track, so can't really indicate, but Godspook definitely put in a solid lap, as always. Solid performance from a very solid driver.
Definitely. So it looks like Eddie has been completely disqualified from qualifying, therefore placing him in 11th place for a collision with Dan.
KZV on the runoff area as well.
Oh, yep, here we go.
He can't get the car to turn and get it back on track. Vlad in the pits, he's already finished the lap, so we're just waiting for KZV to get his car back in the pits, but that is pretty much qualifying over, and Godspook got yet another pole position.
For
Also a good lap for Vlad, who's his third place. It's I think his best qualifying result in our league from Vlad, who's one of our veterans. Obviously, there has been quite a lot of controversy around him in the past, but at the end of the day, yeah, he's one of our veterans. He's been with us since season 1. To see him getting a third place.
So there we are, the qualifying results for the Singapore Grand Prix. Your pole position is Got Spooked in the Ferrari with a 136.534, with ESRL following closely behind in second place, and Vladzer completes the podium position for the start of the race.
So there we are, the
Rico in 5th, Acrylus in 6th, Leo, SBSE Mand, Ding, Lochla, Dan, and Eddie Sims with a disqualification from the short qualifying here in the Marina Bay, I believe it is called.
Yeah, Marina Bay.
So here we go, we're lining up for the race. We'll stop the music here. We're just waiting for the players to get ready on the grid.
And formation lap is gonna get underway soon.
Very soon. Yeah.
Right, my predictions would be Got Spooked winning, KZV in second, and the other Mercedes RZV in third, I think.
And the formation lap is underway. Oh, it's the AlphaTauri decides to take
he nearly spawned there.
Yes.
Very close moment from the Alpine and the AlphaTauri. I don't know what on earth went on there, but Alfa Romeo already disqualified from the formation lap.
I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be disqualified at the race again, making a hat trick of disqualifications. Got Spooked warming up his tyres with the predicted pit stop strategy in front of you. It looks like a 2-stop is going to be most likely, but a 1-stop is still possible.
There usually is no point in going long on the tires here. Tire wear is quite heavy, and if you have very worn tires, especially on mediums and hards, it's very easy to spin on those curves. So I don't really think anyone is gonna try to go for the 1-stop, especially since the safety car is pretty much a possibility. So you could take advantage of that on strategy.
Definitely.
But we're just gonna have to see. There are many people starting on the mediums. Looking here, we got Spooked on the softs. Second place on the softs. And then we have the first medium starter, Vlad. Then RZV and the other Ferrari Autocred is also on the softs. So I think 2 or 3 people are starting on those mediums.
Yeah, so the got Spooked decided to go for a medium, which is quite interesting considering he is in pole position.
He's on the mediums? Got spooked?
Yep, Got Spooked. Mediums.
Oh, okay.
If you ever look at my stream, the tire wear's there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've now turned on the spectator menu. Yeah, he's on the mediums. Interesting to see, because KZV is usually a good race starter, so we might be able to see some 2 cars joking for position in the first laps.
100%. So as the drivers line up on the starting grid, Will we be able to find a thing that's going to show us? Here we go. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights. It's lights out and away we go.
Please slow start. Please slow start for Gus booked on the mediums. KZV is already alongside. I think he's gonna be in first by the breaking point. Yeah, he definitely is, and he takes the lead early on. Vlad also struggling, and a lot of oversteer from the AlphaTauri here. He loses some position to the Mercedes, and he's wide also in the corner. And a car is there's already a big one behind. Big incident going on.
We'll find that.
An Alpine
Oh,
here.
wow!
Oh my god, what?
That's a massive crash.
Whoa!
There, from the between the Alpine, the AlphaTauri,
That was huge.
the Alfa Romeo correction, and the Red Bull. Is the Mercedes going to be dragged along in that? Not quite. But that's going to be a safety car on the first lap of the Singapore Grand Prix. It's the Mercedes that gets ahead, but he will be not happy with the safety car, as they will be able to regain all the position on him.
That was a huge one. That was a huge one.
That was absolutely
pretty
massive.
much F1 crash physics. The car was completely flying. I mean, yeah.
It's the.
I expected it, but.
It's of course the Alfa Romeo of Eddie Sims that takes the hat trick of disqualifications. The most unsuccessful driver for the Singapore Grand Prix. It looks like we've got Mazepin on our hands.
Yep. Definitely.
So, ESRL managed to take pole position from got spooked at the start of the race, and then now we have the safety car out, which will be very interesting, although not surprising as we are in one of the tight pits.
I think that is RZV.
That is the leader.
I don't think it's really worth it to box, but we'll see what they think about it. Maybe Jeff told them to come in.
Potentially.
And switch to a one-stop.
But it looks like there's a lot of people in the pits. There was a 10-second stop-and-go penalty there for... we are just going to check that for you. Yep, that was Rico in the Aston Martin, a drive-through penalty. We're not sure what for, though, just yet. Oh, and that's the Mercedes! That is the Mercedes spinning out of the pits. It looks like he's got front wing damage, and he's going to have to box again. The Mercedes crew are not going to be very happy with him this time.
I'm looking into it. Yeah, it looks like one of the outer winglets has broken. Oh, he's wide in the escape road, but yeah.
Very wide there.
That could be a potential moment where they threw away a race win. If they just gifted it to God's Booked.
Definitely, he's just gone from pole position to 6th place under the safety car.
Yeah, the outer winglet there has been damaged.
Yeah, I believe it's
not something you can manage on such a track. He needs the box again.
Yeah. So here we have the original leader.
Rejoining probably last.
Here we have the original leader continuing his pole position under the Aston Martin safety car here. The Red Bull closely behind him. As reported from the actual drivers, the Aston Martin going almost incredibly slow. It looks like around Singapore. It looks like Bernard is having a tough time around the kind of wavy circuits in the Marina Bay.
Yep.
So we have
safety car is out. Credit's in 3rd place.
So we have
might be pretty good to his confidence, because he told me before the race that he's not really feeling it when it comes to this league anymore. So due to many past incidents that have been happening, or inconsistent driving and whatnot, but maybe this 3rd place could be a morale boost for him. Who knows?
Definitely.
With KZV now in the pits for a set of medium tires. His whole front wing has actually come off. I don't know what happened there, but probably hit the wall again under a safety car.
So we're not going to see the stop time.
Frustrating.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully he doesn't do the exact same thing coming out of the pits.
He's learning the track. He's a very good driver. He's very consistent, but he just doesn't know this track. So yeah, I can't really blame him too much. But
Yeah, and he's done the same
mistakes
thing.
happen. He's done the same thing. Yeah, front wing is intact this time. So.
Lucky
Okay.
him. That could have been a very bad thing for him. His heart probably
Yeah.
stopped for a minute there.
Oh, look at the Aston Martin. He almost lost it and put in the wall as well on the safety car.
We won't be able to catch that, but that did happen.
Right. Safety car is it gonna be in this lap?
And the Red
I
Bull
think
has spun.
So.
The Red Bull of in P10 has just spun
under
and
the
set
safety
to
car
one
again.
under the safety car, and putting him 31 seconds behind ESRL, who was our race leader for a minute before under the safety car as well. We've got the Red
He's using
Bull.
all of his ERS right now to try and catch up, but yeah, there's no point. He's probably gonna be lapped if unless he puts in some solid pace. But he's still got a bit of time to push up to the pack, but he's gonna be behind. Yep.
Definitely.
As got booked is gonna start going through the final sector, and I just think safety car might be in this lap.
It looks like it because we haven't seen any debris on track.
Yeah, it's a very long track, so no, it's probably continuing. Yeah, it's continuing on for another lap. So, yep, Astastic is gonna have time to catch up to the pack. Yep, it's still okay for him unless he has damage, which I don't think he has. But yep, he will catch up.
Very unfortunate for him.
Happens.
Rico SK has still not taken his drive-through penalty, which is quite interesting, seeing as the safety car is the perfect opportunity to.
You see, you can't take your drive-through penalty under the safety car. It happened to me one time during a league race, and I just went through the pit lane 4 times, I believe, because there was a safety car as soon as the other safety car has ended, and I just did 4 drive-throughs for nothing, because in order to take your penalty, you need to come in during a green flag lap. So
okay,
this is why he hasn't taken his penalty. He's probably gonna do it the first lap as soon as we get to the race start.
Yeah. So is the safety car going to be in this lap? As
He's
they
definitely
come.
gonna be in this lap.
So it's almost definitely going to be in this lap, as Disfigure just said. As we come into the start of sector 3, it's hasn't been told.
Still not catching up to the pack, Astasig though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pushing hard. He's got 50% of his ERS, but he's still not behind them.
Yeah.
But he has time. It's safe for him.
Yep.
Now,
so that's from race control. Safety car is in this lap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. We're gonna look on the Red Bull's POV because nearly contact there. Yeah. Gus booked is very aggressive on the race starts.
Definitely.
After the safety cars, I know it because I've raced him, and it's hard to trick this guy.
Mm.
He also brake checks a lot, so we're gonna look for some damage right on the restarts caused by him pretty much slowing down the pack too much. Yep, and Astasik is also he came back behind the pack behind.
So the safety car's in.
Safety car is in.
The Ferrari is now in control as they come through to the green flag.
Right, green flag is out.
The
and
green.
He got a good start. Vlad is behind, but he's not gonna do anything. He can't.
They're following very closely behind. There's a yellow flag in sector 1 again.
Look at the credits in the Ferrari. He might be able to slow them. No, he didn't get quite the exit. KZV in the Mercedes is out of the race. I don't know what happened, and the other Mercedes is in last place. Maybe there was contact. Then the two Alpha Tauris, one is gonna try a move down the inside on an Acrelis, but it's a very late on the brakes. But he just didn't make the cone. And now on the
And the
outside, it's a
AlphaTauri
shame.
is ahead, almost going into the
Okay,
wall.
nice. Yep, that was aggressive, but Acrelis kind of gave up on that position because he wasn't gonna risk going side by side on that inside. He's now gonna have to try and catch back up and get that podium place back.
Got Spooked is still in first place, and it's a race control message. ASTIC 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And Din Locala Landman, jeez, that is a tough thing to say, has left the session. It might have been an internet problem there.
Yep, could be. The Alpha Tauri is looking into Acrelis as well, so he's gonna have to look into his mirrors as well as try and get back his podium. And oh, he has spun.
Oh yes,
and,
that
the Alpha
is
Tauri managed to avoid him.
Acrelis with a spin
he
in
was
set to
facing the wrong
3.
way. He's back on track.
The Red
P5
Bulls,
right now.
is the Red Bull gonna
And
get?
oh!
Oh!
And he's out.
It's
Took
us.
himself out of
It's
the,
definitely
out
a
of the
safety
race.
car again. Yep, we've got
Yeah,
another safety
is
car
out.
in the fifth lap of this race. We have another safety car.
Yeah, very hot tires there. He had to be a lot more careful on the race
Oh
start.
my gosh!
Oh,
That was
what was that?
RZV. What the hell was that? That is pretty funny, and it's a 5-second time penalty for him. This is just a whole comedy shit show here. At the at the Singapore GP. So safety car out. With Got Spooked.
Yeah, the shit show is starting here. People are getting frustrated. Many safety cars. We didn't get much racing time.
Interestingly enough,
gonna
there's
have to
been no
see
radio
it's
communications over the the thing in Formula 1, which is quite interesting. I thought there would be a whole lot of trash talk by now. There is nothing we can really commentate over here apart from what's currently happening. So it was a Red Bull spin. It was an Acrylis Ferrari spin. Then the Mercedes goes straight into the Ferrari. And gets a 5-second time penalty for smashing it to smithereens yet again.
You think it might have been intentional?
It could have potentially been, but I wouldn't see what he would have got out of that as his front right suspension was already broken. So I don't think it would have done very much.
I don't know, probably out of frustration, maybe RZV, because of the chaos that happened, and he had to change his front wing, I think.
Yes.
Probably he was frustrated and he just collected him, or maybe he just didn't see him because he was coming at high speed after the corner and he just couldn't avoid him. Didn't see his POV, so can't really tell. But it happened. Pretty stupid incident.
Yes. We did see the POV as we were looking at the Red Bull. He just went from the
He's
straight.
going very slow, RZV right now.
We'll tune into him there in 7th place. The Mercedes, going very slow. Is that an engine problem, or is that just him trying to get himself lapped and ruining his race? Is that maybe trying?
He's probably doing so.
It could potentially trying to ruin someone else's race by waiting.
Or maybe he's trying to retire. I don't know.
Potentially. Or he could be trying.
Yes, but he could have stopped on the runoff area.
Yeah, so he's not retiring.
Right.
I think he
got a penalty for the.
He's
for
wait.
driving like this too slowly.
He's waiting to be lapped here, so then he can. I think so then they can like knock someone out.
Yeah, probably. We're gonna watch his POV.
Yes. Nope. He stopped at the side of.
Yep.
He stopped at the side of the track, but here we go. Anything gonna happen? He's sped up now. Is he going for the AlphaTauri? What's he trying? He's not knocked anyone out yet.
No. He's probably gonna race as the left car, or
The Red
maybe
Bull's
he's
here
waiting
now.
for the Aston Martin. Maybe he has some beef with the Aston Martin.
Potentially.
Or maybe with
But the
Vlad.
Aston Martin is out now of Rico SK. Oh, and
Or
that's
what if he
into the
actually has
wall.
damage? Because he looks like he's having a lot
And
of...
the Mercedes tries to dive bomb! And the Mercedes is
Yeah,
DNF'd!
he tried going for Vlad, yeah. Right, only 5 people still running in the race.
This is an absolute...
I don't really see much of a point on continuing like this anymore. It's pretty much the shit show is happening, so...
Yeah. I'm not sure... Do you think they'll end... Do you think they'll decide to, like, end the race here now, just because it's just gonna be, like, nothing? Or do you think they're gonna continue on?
Yeah, I told Chris that we should be stopping the race as a whole, because you can't really race for 23 of Singapore, which is the longest track on the game, with just 5 people, and you know.
Yeah.
God spooked us on another level, so it's just gonna be the AlphaTauri versus the Williams and Vlad. So yeah, I guess there's no point in really keeping on racing.
So the stewards are considering a red flag for this for the race, and it for not...
the rain has started.
Oh, this could actually be quite
rain.
good.
This could actually quite...
I would just keep this
around,
going
maybe.
and just get some entertainment out of it.
I guess.
Race control safety car in this lap. With the rain starting now, people will be trying to box to inters, which is quite a shame as the safety cars just come in. But will everyone change to the intermediate strategy? That's
Probably
the
not.
Ferrari
It's
spinning
not
quite a
damp
lot.
enough. Not damp enough, definitely.
Yeah.
Right, God Spooked is gonna control the restart. He's in sector 3 right now. He let the safety car go really far away, so he is controlling the pace right now.
Definitely.
Really hard to warm up your tires when it's starting to rain because you lose temperature.
Yeah.
Right, there he goes. Last corner. Let's try to keep it clean, guys, as we now start. And he's got a pretty bad one out of it because the AlphaTauri is right behind him. Maybe he can dive bomb. He goes defensive. AlphaTauri is around the outside, and he's cut the chicane. He's in front.
And
he's probably gonna have to give that position back, but
for the AlphaTauri,
only
but I
one.
don't think there's going to be a position return. I believe it's just going to be an afterwards penalty.
Yeah, he probably won't. Because now God Spooked is gonna try and come back and dive down the inside.
And he doesn't.
Not there yet. Not there yet. So currently the AlphaTauri leading the race.
And the AlphaTauri goes around the inside.
He dive bombs him. And
that's the Red
has
Bull.
spun. That's the Red Bull. He was right behind the Williams right now. He should be really pushing harder on the soft tires, which he's not at the moment.
We have Leo, Dan, got
And the
spooked,
Ferrari's
didn't
in third
lock
place.
landmines, and Vladar gets past the...
Vlad has gone for the move.
The two AlphaTauris leading with Got Spooked, the pole sitter, and the Red Bull's off! Has the Red Bull retired?
He's off.
The Red Bull in sector 2, but the Red Bull continues. He will
continue, yeah.
Yeah, he's continuing. He pulled off in a...
He doesn't have
runaway
damage,
area.
at least visible.
No visible damage.
God Spooked very wide there. definitely the conditions are getting a lot worse, and we're getting closer to the intermediate period.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. Oh, that's the
The
AlphaTauri!
AlphaTauri has spawned,
Oh, and
and
that's a big
Godspook
crash.
has collected the AlphaTauri.
There's a lot of
What
debris
is
there.
happening even? Yeah.
This is a. This
It's
is.
time for the interest. This is it. That's the
It's time for the
crossover.
inters
Time for the inter.
as got spooked boxes, and everyone else. It looks like most people are boxing. 5-second time penalty for Din for speeding in the pit lane, as well for Vladder and Dan. Oh no, sorry, that was multiple warnings. But yep, everyone's good, and it looks like the Ferrari has front wing damage. Yep, that will be from the collision with the AlphaTauri, with the intermediates put on. So we have Dan, Leo, Din, Got Spooked, and Vladder, all in the pits. Apart from Dan, Dan is still in the mediums. I believe we're gonna see a crash from him very soon. So we'll go watch him, as this is probably the only entertainment we're gonna get out of this.
Yeah,
Massive
look at the
lockup.
understeer. Yeah.
You can just hear the tires.
Yeah, she's just trying to keep it on track, but it's way too wet for this.
He's not gonna be able to lead
Very
this
bad
race.
strategy
Oh, and
call.
he's
Oh, narrowly catches the car. You can't drive like this.
If he doesn't
Especially on
box and he
Singapore.
wins this race, he will be going down as a legend.
But she won't, so
He definitely won't. We've got 31.
just look at the grip difference with the other AlphaTauri. It's yeah.
Got spooked on Din. Gets the overtake into the podium position.
Get the overtake done, yeah.
AlphaTauri still locking up massively, spinning all over the place.
Yeah.
It was a very bad decision for him not to box.
Very bad decision.
Although,
especially with such a long technical lap, it's impossible to keep the car on track.
Although it would have been a double stack for the AlphaTauri, so it would have been quite slow for him.
Yeah, but it's better to lose, you know, maybe 5 seconds with the double stack. But
is he boxing?
Yes, he's boxing.
Yeah. He was just going quite wide there.
It's pretty obvious.
Oh, and he's crashed in the pit lane, and he spins.
He's crashed in the pit lane. Yeah.
Right. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. And there's a safety car. What's happened here? I'm not sure what's happened here. There's a safety car for some reason.
Only 4 people still in the race.
Not sure what's happened here.
The Williams has crashed.
Oh, has it? Okay. I don't see any debris, so we missed the crash. But we've got Leo in the AlphaTauri leading ahead. He's just gonna have to go very slowly for the safety car to catch up. That's the third safety car, and we're not even a third into this race.
Yeah, the race should be cancelled at this point. It's just at this point it's just ridiculous. There's really no point in racing. I don't know why Singapore was chosen.
Definitely.
You know, as part of the calendar, but yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. Maybe we should award. I don't know. We're not even halfway through the race, so not even half points for this. Really, it's too much of a shit show.
Yeah. I feel like it
38 people DNFing out of 12 people who started the race. It's ridiculous. So
yeah, it might even be whoever got pole position. Just so that will be got spooked, gets all the points, and then just pretends that it was Monaco. And that is the safety car waiting. Sorry, in sector 1, I believe. Yeah, I think it is the yellow safety car. Yeah.
yeah. Fortunately, Chris hasn't seen the messages on the PCF1 chat on the Discord server yet, but we're calling for for canceling the race because there's no point in really keeping on racing here.
Yeah, we'll hear from the stewards,
Also,
hopefully.
there's Gospel going pretty slowly. I don't know what happened to him. Gap to the next driver it is also pretty big. So, yeah, this is a safety car. Sorry, yeah,
Sorry.
I was on Discord and I didn't. Yeah, sorry.
Did you not know it was a safety car?
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot.
It's alright.
I was reading through the Discord. Yeah.
We've only been streaming for 12 minutes and all of this has happened.
Yeah.
This is absolutely insane.
Only 12 laps of racing, but most of them were under the safety car, so.
Yeah, there's only been like 3 laps of a maximum.
Yeah, ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But, I mean, yeah.
Massive lockup from the AlphaTauri.
And again, this takes us back to the issue of the attendance and people just not being consistent enough in the league.
Yeah. So if you're just joining us now, we've had an absolute horrendous race. We've got a safety car most of the race with Leo leading, with our pole starter got spooked in second place. Vladar, who's had a whole lot of issues, in third, and Dan in fourth with a kind of like a dodgy pit stop, I believe it was, that made him pit 1 lap later than everyone else, which was an interesting strategy
This is
from him.
even worse than the US Grand Prix of 2005, I believe that was, when
It's even
Michael
worse than
Schumacher
Spa
and
1997.
Barrichello were the only 2 drivers really into the race, and other 2 backmarker teams. But it's even worse than that because only 4 people racing, and I'm expecting even more chaos to oh, he hit the wall. The Red Bull has hit the wall. He's in the pits. Yeah,
Oh.
that is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Singapore shouldn't be on the calendar here.
It looks... We're gonna have to get a red flag here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get Chris to join and give us the message that the race is cancelled or whatnot, because he's the race director. So if he doesn't in a few minutes, then just gonna tell everyone on the PC chat to just fucking retire, and that's it.
Yeah. I've just messaged the lead steward. Red flag. And the quote exactly from him: "We can't." He's just elaborating here.
Who did you message?
Chris.
Oh, okay.
So Chris.
Yeah, I guess that there's no point in keeping this race going, but
Trust me,
yeah.
these drivers will not survive in a new lobby. So
Yeah.
he's assuming that we want to get a new lobby. I would say just cancel the whole race and get.
Yeah, just cancel the whole race, and we'll see next week.
Don't do it yet.
Let's see what the next race is gonna be like, and hopefully we're gonna have better attendance, and it's gonna be an easier one for the drivers to practice and hopefully master and have a good race at it. But it's actually USA, so
That'd be
could be worse. But it's also not an easy track with the sector 1.
my
But,
fit.
it's definitely gonna be much better than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And also, we're heading into the last 3 races of the season, so hopefully we can, end this season and just start fresh with the new season this summer, and just fix some things on the league which need to be fixed, such as attendance issues and
yeah. Message from
just overall
ES.
consistency.
I'm just going to stop you there. Message from the race control on the Discord. The race director, Chris GLT, is ending the race early, but we're not sure what lap this will be on. Next, DNF will be the end of this race. So whoever DNFs first, they will end the whole race, and then that will be the podium decided. I'm just asking how points work here so we can get a bit more information on what's going to be happening. That's Dan up ahead as we go green and the safety car's in. So when we end, there will be half points awarded to the podium places. So that is cancel race next DNF with half points. What do you think about this, Disfigure?
Yeah, it's a matter of time until the next DNF. As you see now, got spooked trying to overtake the Alpha Tauri. Massive lockup, little tap, maybe, no, on the rear end, and he's gonna go for that inside. He locks up again, and Vlad is gonna overtake him, maybe.
Maybe.
He gets a good exit, and he's
wide.
very aggressive there. He pushed him wide, yeah. At this point, we're just waiting for the next DNF, to be fair. So, yeah. I mean, if the 4 drivers want to keep on racing, then we should do so. I don't think the restart is really a good option, because some people retired, you know.
I would say choose a different track
like
that's not on the calendar, and then just do like a kind of like a mix up. Let's gonna quickly have a look at the.
But look at Vlad here trying to overtake Godspook, but he's very wide into the corner.
Yeah, very wide.
Yeah, he really pushed him off there. If it wasn't for this race not really, you know, I mean, not being a complete shit show, I mean, this could have been a 5-second penalty, in my opinion, because it was pretty dangerous. But, oh, he's in the wall, and he's touched the wall, and he has spawned. Yeah, and that's the next DNF. So that's gonna be a race cancel.
The Red Bull's out, so the red flags are going to be drawn by race control. So your final, let's get some music. So your final classifications for this race here are Dan, Leo, and Got Spooked. There are your podium positions. We're going to be ending in a minute after the race is DNF'd. So we're just checking with race control that it's actually ending.
Yeah, the race is over. There's no point, so.
Yeah.
Yep, sorry for the race. I did expect better, just a bit better, but I didn't expect to have, you know, a good race since it's Singapore. Yeah. Chris is typing right now. Race over and half points awarded, so that is gonna be the end officially. Of the race. I don't know if they're gonna give points for those who retired, but most of the grid is gonna get points. So.
Quote from Alfa Romeo. Bleeping joke. So the positions are released. It's not going to be what the safety car is. It's Got Spooked, Dan and Leo. Nobody is wanting the race to end. Yep, so people are complaining that they were in P1, but then they are now being like kicked off. So the current classifications are not what's on the safety car. It's Got Spooked, Dan and Leo, although it is time intervals.
Yep, they don't seem to be that happy on the chat, but I guess happens. It's not the first race we have a shit show going on, so yeah. If you have an outro for your stream, you could do it.
We're just checking with the race director. There's going to be if there's going to be another race, because that could be taken into consideration for the rest of the half points.
We'll do a new stream, I guess, if there is another.
Yes. Okay. So we'll do that. So we'll let if you are interested in joining the ESRL ESRL
ESRL.
Discord. I will put the link into the
The video description.
Yep, the video description.
There's already a link in the video description. So.
Thank you very much. So
thanks for whoever joined. I think there were
thanks very much
5 people live with us. But thank you guys.
Yep.
And we'll see you for the next race. And hopefully it's not going to end up like this.
It may be today, so thanks very much for everyone for joining us at the ESRL Singapore Grand Prix. It's ending early with your championship decision for the Singapore Grand Prix ending early. It's Got Spooked, Dan and Leo. Thanks very much for everyone joining, and we will see you around potentially sooner